Kairouan is a city in Tunisia and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city was founded by the Umayyads around 670. We started our tour of Kairouan from Great Mosque of Kairouan. The Great Mosque of Kairouan is also known as Mosque of Uqba, and it is one of the largest Islamic monuments in North Africa. Established by the Arab general Uqba ibn Nafi in the year 670 AD, at the founding of the city of Kairouan, the mosque occupies an area of over 9,000 square meters. It is one of the oldest places of worship in the Islamic world. At the foundation of Kairouan in 670, the Arab general and conqueror Uqba ibn Nafi chose the site of his mosque in the center of the city, near the headquarters of the governor. Several centuries after its founding, the Great Mosque of Kairouan is the subject of numerous descriptions by Arab historians and geographers in the Middle Ages. The Great Mosque of Kairouan was a public structure set along roads that served the city with a vibrant commercial, educational, and religious life. As such, it assumed the important function of representing a cosmopolitan and urban Kairouan, one of the first cities organized under Muslim rule in North Africa. Even today, the Great Mosque of Kairouan reflects the time and place in which it was built. In the Medina of Kairouan, there are narrow alleyways and winding tiny streets which almost always lead to larger open spaces with small shops and cafes. Kairouan's Medina is particularly unique in that the selling of wares has been confined to one street and there are very few tourist shops. Kairouan was a center of Tunisian carpet making, but aside from the carpet stores, which are housed in gorgeous setting, most of the shops serve the needs of the locals. This is the Mosque of the Three Doors, or Mosque of Muhammad ibn Kairouan. Every old city in Tunisia has its own character, and the walled city in the heart of Kairouan is colorful and enchanting. Taking time to wander around this impressive Medina is an adventure. It's still considered the religious and cultural center of Kairouan. The narrow alleys of this Medina are famous for appearing in the film Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark during the Cairo scenes. This is the resting place of Sidi Abid al Gharyani. Dating from the 14th century, this two story complex features horseshoe arches painted in black and white, marble columns with carved capitals, and painted Moorish style ceilings, and plenty of fine wood carving. It was built as a school by a Kairouani scholar called Al Jadidi, whose student Abu Shabir Abid carried on his teaching and was eventually buried here. This place is known as Governor's House. This is in fact a house of an Ottoman bey. This is a vast and luxurious residence once belonging to the bey and now housing a carpet temple. Even just for the pleasure of the eyes, the visit is recommended. You can see all kinds of handmade carpets with various patterns. You will learn that the quality and price vary according to the number of knots in the carpet. It can go from 10,000 to 250,000 knots. The more knots, the more delicate the work, and therefore the more expensive the carpet. We also had opportunity to visit Mosque Sidi Sahib. Mosque Sidi Sahib is more than just a mosque. Tradition says that Sidi Sahib was the Baba and therefore companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He died in the battle 25 years later and was buried here, importantly with 3 hairs of the Prophet's beard. Sidi Sahib is town patron saint, and this is an important religious pilgrimage shrine. This place is also known as Zaouia of Sidi Sahib. Its origins date of the early era of city's history, but the current complex largely dates to a major renovation and expansion in the 17th century. It is one of the most important religious sites in the city. According to tradition, Abu Abd Zamama al Balawi, the Baba and companion of the Islamic prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was buried here in 654 after dying in battle. By the 11th century, the tomb had become a pilgrimage site and a cemetery developed around it. By the 14th century, it was considered one of the most important shrines in Kairouan. A first Zawiya or mausoleum was first built here in the 14th century over the site of the tomb. In the 15th century, the mausoleum is described as simple structure covered by a dome with an octagonal base. The complex has undergone further restoration and reconstruction in modern times, though it preserves some of its 17th century features.